course. Okay. Okay.
Cool. We're already recording, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
just like do.
Great.
And I'll break in and
wait, where's my thingy?
Oh, your thingy's right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this thing is my fucking nemesis.
Yeah? Why?
I don't know. It's just awkward.
Oh.
It's on my last nerve. I'm gonna
one?
move past it.
Recommended.
We already talked about what we were gonna do, didn't we? Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Then I am just gonna jump right in and introduce everything and say hi. Hi, I'm Jenny. If you found me or follow me from Instagram or TikTok, thank you so much for joining me here. You probably know me as Trans-Loving Mama, same as you see. My name is here. I am having a lot of feelings about a lot of things. I know everybody is, and that's kind of the purpose of this show. This is going to be a bi-weekly show. This is my friend Rosemary. Say hi, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
Rosemary's not as she hasn't had as much time in front of a camera as I have, so no big deal. But that just means we're gonna this is gonna be a very conversational thing. So this is a time for everybody really to kind of come together and just be maybe have a project to work on. I'm gonna work on a watercolor tonight. Or we invite you to passively listen, maybe as you're just driving or on a walk or folding laundry or driving to a protest, whatever it is you're doing. This is just a place to come and be and feel. And we're going to have great conversations about things like getting more into our bodies and being more in this experience, understanding how we're processing all of this. We're not licensed professionals by any means, but just, what we've learned and just a time to share. There's plenty of petty snark that I love about me. And there's, what the fuck? What do I do about that?
Why is it doing it? Is it still recording? Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Am I going to have to get one of those little things that just keeps doing that? I guess I can just get it closer. I'm going to get it closer so if it happens again. Just
right.
Dark. Anyway, long story short, it's just a place to be and share ideas and thoughts and epiphanies in the comments. We did some gardening beforehand, and that'll be the case every other week when we do this. So, I'm feeling great, and I can be right here, right now. But it probably doesn't feel like that for everybody, right? There's this overwhelming urge to just be in it and thinking about it and consuming it. And I get it. And I think it's so important to stay informed. But what I've learned from my time with you, when you come here and we just do this, is how reconnected I feel. And we want to provide that space for other people who just want to feel connected. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I have thoughts. I have lots of thoughts. Yeah, I think making art in general is really important. And it's not even really about what you're making, but the act of making art is really important. And it's a way to channel energy in a way that you can't really do scrolling. And I think for me, I'm trying to intentionally replace scrolling time with art time. And so that's really my big takeaway. But I think it is nice to be able to create something that you look at and you think it's really pretty or really cute or whatever. And it's an important way to connect with our inner selves, I think, and what we want to express instead of being up here all the time.
Yeah.
Up here, intellectualizing. It's a way to I like to just doodle because it allows my brain to just process in the background while my hands are busy. So yeah, I love it.
I love to hear that. So we invite you to, pick up a project or just sit and become part of a conversation. We're going to talk about a lot of things. And yeah. And with each episode, the hope is to really focus kind of this is much, much more of an introductory time. So you get a feel for what we are. But in future episodes to focus on topics like what it is. I don't understand anything about somatic Was it somatic movement? Like what's the...
Yeah, so somatic movement is like kind of how you can connect your mind and your body to each other, and you can release. My understanding, anyway, is that you can release these feelings, like not the you can't like not the emotion. It's not what you're focusing on, but like the body processes trauma as well as the mind. Like trauma isn't just in the mind, is what I've learned, and like in order to process process trauma fully, you have to be able to process it through your body, or it just kind of stays in your body. And my experience is that it manifests as pain. And so, doing somatic movement, doing different things that are just kind of nervous system regulating. That's really what somatic means to me, is nervous system regulating and downshifting. Whenever, downshifting is just what's necessary whenever you're up here, and you're just,
and I think a lot of us are really up here right now.
Mm-hmm.
So just knowing that, so things like that, and things like, just like that is the focus, is figuring out how to get out of that heightened sense of anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be aware. It's okay to be concerned, and it's okay to take action. And we're in a red state. We're not really targeted by all this stuff going on, but it is coming here, and we know that. And personally, I have to stay grounded in something, or I start to lose my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely easy to get to this place of like, well, what does it matter if I make art today? Like, people are ceasing. But
like, that's like the coolest thing that art has always been, though. It's always been in each phase of, the timeline thus far. So it's always like showing what's going on within the political spectrum.
Yeah, for sure.
And that can be music. It doesn't even have to be, right? Like, just being happy and making a dog for somebody is an act of saying, you're not going to take fucking everything from me.
Right.
We don't know what's coming. It's all very scary. I want to acknowledge that. But they just can't have fucking everything. They can't have every minute of my waking life in like turmoil.
Absolutely. Like, that's the thing, is like, I mean, and it's not even just what's going on currently, like having lived through a bunch of different, like, really hard things, like, I don't know. I guess it's coming from a stubborn place. Like, I refuse to turn into a person who cannot experience joy. Like, after everything I have experienced in life, and the battles that I've gone through, and the lessons that I've learned, like, I'm going to have some joy. like that's a non-negotiable for me. Like, what is the point if I'm not experiencing joy and love in my regular life? Like, regularly in my life, I guess I should say. But like, I mean, it's just, I refuse. Like, I've been around people who are miserable and who cannot experience joy, and like without a certain level of guilt or whatever, which, I mean, these are all things that can be worked through, right? Like, you just kind of have to put in the effort and do the work. Which is a whole different topic for a different day, like wanting to put in the work. But it's like, I am just grateful to not be one of those people that doesn't experience joy. Like, I need that. I need it in my life, or else, like I said, it becomes like.
Do you think that that's part of a bigger problem with all these things that are going on? I'm not suggesting everybody sit around and lament, the life of a privileged, billionaire, whatever it is, or any group of people. But do you think it's that kind of lack of real joy, that's deep and meaningful, that isn't tied to a dollar, that isn't tied to an item, that isn't tied to power over someone else?
Right. Well, right. Personally, I think some people get caught up in the cycle of oppression, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they are oppressed in whatever way or ways, because, it just the degree depends on different
Sure.
variables, right? But like my experience is that people they want to then oppress someone else to pass that cycle on, right? And so it's like I think there's a lot of focus on making sure that other people have it as hard as you have had it.
Isn't that strange?
It is. I don't understand. Like
How is that good for anyone?
I mean, I'm trying to make it easier for the younger generations. You know what I mean?
I would hope that's the point.
Like, I don't relate to this idea that like because I struggled, you have to struggle, or because
Doesn't
I
really make
struggled, like
sense.
this younger generation should struggle. Like, I feel like I would hope that my struggles would lessen someone else's struggles, and I just don't relate to
I
this
really do feel that.
mindset of like, oh, I had to walk uphill both ways.
Do you think there's some kind of trauma within that though?
Oh, yeah.
It's almost so the way I see some people in that political realm, it's almost like they have their own trauma, but they've identified with their abuser.
Mm-hmm.
And so they want to maybe take on the characteristics of their abuser, or that's what they value in someone as being powerful or in charge. It's very strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just wonder how much of that is their, their own untapped trauma.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely think like, I don't know, like I've had to like come to the understanding that a lot of people are not willing to be uncomfortable or question experiences that they have told themselves that they already have closure in. They don't want to reopen the wound, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
I see that.
I get it. I understand why they don't want to, because it sucks and it's hard, right? But like seeing the benefit of it and being on the other side and being able to say like it's worth it to do the work, like, I'm just not in a place where I relate anymore to the mindset of like being so set in my ways that I can't do things another way, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have been there, right? Like that's
Right.
that's the thing, is like I have been there, and I go there in different topics, but I think like I get frustrated when people just like think that they know everything in every single subject, and they just can't be.
Can I have some?
You just had a donut.
No.
Yeah, you did. No, you can't have the last brownie.
This is the last.
I think it is the last. Is it the last one? Anyway. Is it the last one?
I don't have a brownie.
Oh, there might not be any.
The horror.
Wow. Wow, you're asking for something that we don't even have.
I wonder if she's laughing at us.
I know. I was like, that was perfect timing.
It was.
Anyway. Thanks, Aiden. I forgot what we were saying.
Me too. Don't worry.
Anyway. But I do get frustrated when, like, people are just so unwilling
to figure that out. I bet it's just my settings.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
What's it counting down to?
Minutes we have left to record, and
okay.
then I can, like I said, I can do another one and
okay.
put them together.
Cool.
It's no big deal.
Like, I don't know. I just like, I guess I've been around a lot of people who are kind of this mindset of like, that's just how I am. Right.
Yeah.
And I can definitely
I feel that.
understand that, but it's not just who you are. Like we are, I mean, in my opinion anyway, like we're here to grow and evolve and learn. And you know, I mean, I don't know. That's what I believe anyway. Nobody else has to believe what I believe, but that is what I believe. And I don't.
Well, like, what other point would there be?
Right. Like, I don't see the appeal of having an existence where, like, this is just who I am forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ew.
Like,
right.
all right. Congratulations. Like you don't want to grow and change, like, when your brain is fully developed. Like, you don't feel like you're any different from, like, before that, like from your 20s to your mid 30s, you know, like
maybe not. Maybe that's because there's so much emphasis on, you know, what is like this peak, like masculinity or femininity or peak whatever. And maybe that's when a lot of them feel it. So that's when we, like, how old do you feel? You're a bit younger than me. I don't feel my age.
I don't
You know, and I'm like, was my development arrested too? Or is that just kind of what we all harken back to, is like, you know, this certain kind of era or time in our life or time that we think is ideal, and continue to identify with that.
Right.
But I take that as really just kind of, I don't know, still just how I feel and the energy I want to bring to things. But the things I think and believe versus 10 years ago, even, let alone 20, 25, my goodness.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just like,
and every day I'm learning something new and going, oh my God, that's a different way to think of that.
Yeah.
And it's this magical fucking human experience.
I know.
And I feel like there's just this drive to like oppress that, for, you know what I mean? It's a thought they don't want. This creativity of thought and this, I don't know. I don't mean to say it that way.
I do.
You know, better than someone.
I do. I mean it that way.
Just like, where's your, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many people who are, you know, like us and get it.
Oh,
but there just right now seems to be this like terribly overwhelming feeling that everything is so hopeless.
mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's hopeless. I just think that, you know, we are headed towards some stuff.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
How do we carry each other through it?
Right.
How do we sometimes just carry ourselves through it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have a friend that I talk to every day, and we just kind of like, it seems like we just kind of check in daily, you know. It's just like, how are you, like, the undertone is kind of like, how are you managing today? Like,
yeah,
because it sucks, like, to be a person with empathy and a functioning brain and like pattern recognition, and
it's all a lot,
and add in, you know, a history of abuse. Like, you see the patterns are clear as day.
It's just a lot.
It's extremely triggering as well. Like, it, you know, just the gaslighting and just all the tactics, like the abuse tactics, like, it's triggering to see it being used, like, just the way we're being spoken to, you know, is like being made to feel like we need to question our own eyes, like what we're seeing. And
from our own government. That's just scary.
It is. I mean,
that's really fucking scary. And I try to make light of it, you know, because like, what else are you going to do? I don't know. Obviously, yeah, there's other stuff to do. But I just feel a little cuckoo bananas sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not a light, something to take lightly. This is super, super serious.
I know. And it's like,
oh, it's an alarm telling me to turn the lizard light off.
Lizard light?
The lizard light. I don't know if it's a lizard. I assume it's a lizard. It's a bearded dragon. It's my daughter's. I don't know. Like it is all a lot, but shit. Here we are.
I mean, it's like if you don't laugh, you'll cry, right?
Right.
Like if we don't find, we've got to find. I mean, like the Monet thing that we just saw. Like, we still deserve to be able to create and to be able to make jokes. I mean, to be unserious. Like laughter is the best medicine, and like we're not gonna get through this by not experiencing laughter and joy and whatever, I just like, that's what they want.
That is
and
what
I
they
do
want.
mean it that way. I don't care.
They're just, it's just something.
Yeah.
Or a lot of, people who are scared and confused about what to do. And I think it just kind of takes everyone right now doing what they can do. Not everybody can run to a protest. Not everybody can even get on camera, or post safely
Right.
somewhere that they are. But even what?
I just didn't like the sound the marker made. It's fine.
I love you.
Autism strikes again.
I love it. Oh, I love that you brought that up. I love that you bring that to the table here, because I think that's another thing. I think there needs to just be, all of us in all sorts of spaces doing what we can.
Absolutely.
So that everybody has someone to connect with.
Yeah. Well, especially whenever those of us with autism are kind of being attacked by the government,
Your
right
government.
now, as if we are a problem or have a problem. I mean, I have a problem with, what should I say? Never mind. Fill in the blank. I have a problem with a lot of things. I'm not gonna.
That's so real. That's so real.
Just fill in the blank. It's probably right. I don't know. But yeah, I think like when it comes to like people being rigid or like not experiencing joy or something like that, like I think like another thing I've experienced is sometimes people don't know themselves very well, and so a person knowing themselves and like fully expressing themselves will trigger that person because they don't know themselves that well, right? And so then they try to suppress your creativity or talk down to you for expressing your whole self, your authentic self, or your creativity or whatever. And like I think it's important to remember like that is not about us. Like that is if there's a person who does that, like that's not about us. That's about them as a person, and it's like I find that like it's interesting to see like how you can respond to things like that, because I mean even my kid, my 10-year-old, like he'll say things like if anybody had a problem with me expressing myself, I would just say, I'm sorry that you don't know yourself well enough to express yourself wholly. And I'm like, okay, yes.
That is your kid.
And he's like,
that is your kid.
Like, or I would say, I'm sorry that your parents didn't let you express yourself when you were younger, so you still haven't found yourself or
We're
whatever.
Just raising different children.
I'm like, yes.
We're raising different kids.
But like that is I mean, I believe that we should feel free to learn who we are and express ourselves, and if we're not in an environment that welcomes that, then we're not in the right environment, in my opinion. Like
true, but sometimes, as far as like young people go, that is something we see obviously within the community we love, is that there isn't that place to do that.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we forget I shouldn't say we, I won't speak for anybody else. I forget how many rural areas there are.
Right. Like where I live, there's not like,
Yeah.
I know for sure.
Where's the closest like equality or pride center?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I would probably say at the closest that I might think there would be one would be 45 minutes away. But that's Arkansas. So
Wow.
maybe not. I don't know.
It could be a trap.
Be careful. Could be, right. I know. I'm like, I don't even know how to go about trying to start anything safely. Right.
Right. Well, somebody commented the other day on a TikTok I made and said, what are you doing right now to keep your trans child safe? Well, my child's an adult. He's an adult. He does not live in my home, and he gets to make his decisions. So it's just not up to me what he wants to do, and he doesn't want to leave, and that's okay. He shouldn't have to flee.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I just like, I think I get hung up on like how, like, I don't know. I get disheartened that it just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, oh,
well,
like,
it is something to get on the other side of. If everybody would, if more people could lock in. Oh, I got 8 seconds. I remember the last thing I said.
I don't remember either. Got distracted.
We were talking about like rural areas, the trans community.
Yeah. Oh, and just like being disappointed that it is the way it is. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's important to like hold space for that disappointment, and also like hold the space for the disappointment, and acknowledge like it is disappointing because I was sold a whole different future. I was sold like you can be anything that you want, blah 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 blah, and like for all kinds of reasons. I mean, that kind of hasn't been the case, Yeah. And it's like, so the grief, I think, is important to acknowledge of like,
yeah, it doesn't mean you're saying, well, I just give up.
Right. But you can, I think, like for me, I can acknowledge the grief of being like, wow, this is really disappointing that like, this is what life is. Like teenage me never would have thought that like this would be
what I would be doing in my late 40s.
Right.
What?
Like, I mean, and it's just like, sometimes I'm just like, holy shit, like this is just,
but I was
wild.
like a few years older than you when I got sober and had to rebuild my whole life. So you're still ahead of the game. Don't forget. Plus you're an amazing mother. You're an incredible person. Oh, I mean, you change my life every time you come over here and spend time with me.
I love our time.
I love our time.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, I think it's important to acknowledge the grief and the feelings. I don't believe in like pushing anything down or self-abandoning, and that includes like all the parts of myself, like all of the different, I don't know how else to explain it, but parts, but like, the different aspects of me that kind of feel things differently and stuff like that, So it's like, I've gotten to a place where I can most of the time like sit and acknowledge that feeling, and it's like, yeah, it sucks that it's like this. Like your feelings are valid. I talk, and I try to talk to myself like I would talk to a friend. But then
that's
it's like
such a great skill. Truly.
It's a really good thing to remember. Like, I mean,
right. Don't talk to someone I love that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's important. And I've said that, like, I have had friends that we've said that to each other whenever we were struggling with like the way that we talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like, that would be how we would remind each other gently to be kinder, like, don't talk to my friend that way. Like, like you're talking about someone that I care
That I
about
care
that
about,
way.
that I
Like,
love.
stop that.
Yeah. I remember I told my therapist that, you know, like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't deserve. Like, I was this bad person, obviously. Is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. And she said, well, it sounds like you have low self-esteem. And I said, no, I have receipts, you know, I have all this evidence that it's true. So you can't really call that low self-esteem. And she was like, really? Does anybody you know have some receipts that show different? And I was like, oh, yeah. It's low self-esteem.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is that? What's that even mean?
I mean, it's you know, I mean, I've heard
It
that
sounds fake.
our inner voice comes from how we've been spoken to in the past, which for me tracks. Like anytime that I'll say like my brain is being mean to me, like that's how it feels. And
I hate that.
every time though, nowadays I can trace it back. I can say, where was the first time I heard that said to me? Like when was the first time I was made to feel that way? And I can just go and like, and this is not a skill I've learned myself. I have had therapists and mentors and, you know, to like teach me these things, but I have learned how to go to the first time that I heard that or was made to feel that way or whatever. And I can address that moment and I can say, you didn't deserve to be spoken to that way then. And you don't deserve to continue to speak to yourself that way. Like, you know, and just kind of like, you know, get the closure for myself, you know? And I mean, the thing for me is that, I mean, two of my parents are not alive anymore. Right. So like there isn't the opportunity to get closure with them.
Right.
And so
is closure real?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think closure is within ourselves though. I think closure doesn't have, I mean, for me anyway, that's what I've had to learn because, you know, that I think the two people I could have used closure from the most would be those two, right? Yeah. And so like for me to learn how to get closure.
Do you think that that's an essential part of moving on? Is that feeling of closure that most people seek?
I mean, I think it just depends on the person, you know, like I think it's important to learn that like how they viewed you or how they treated you had nothing to do with you. It's again, like,
I wonder what that's gonna like look like on there.
I know.
Is it gonna black out? Nobody knows.
Who knows? But like, I think it's important to remember that like the way that we treat others is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. And so like,
okay, everybody except me. No.
Well, and the way we see others is a reflection.
Oh, stop it. That is a lie. I'm so angry with some people right now. Stop lying like that.
I mean, that's just my belief. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
Well, it's the way you said it. It's the way you said it. You knew. You knew.
I'm not trying to come for you. That's just what I feel. But it's a bit important for my journey whenever it comes to closure because like, you know, something I've learned through different somatic sessions with different practitioners is like, it's important to also be able to see for like in my situation, like my parents, like to be able to understand and have this moment where I remember and realize like they were their own individual people as well. Right. And like, not only were they navigating their stressors of their life in the way that they knew how, based on the experience they had growing up. Right. You know, they also had children to take care of. Right. In a society where we are expected to work the majority of the time that we're awake during the day. Right. And ship our kids off to school.
Yep.
And, you know, it's like,
oh,
I can especially being a parent now, like I can 100% understand some of the things that I experienced. Does it mean that those things weren't harmful? No, like they were still harmful to me, but I have an understanding about them.
Right.
And that's one thing I've like learned to teach the kids is that, you can understand something and you know, maybe the way that somebody handled it is still not okay.
Right.
But like you for yourself, you can understand
Right.
that it had nothing to do with you.
Right.
And you can let that go. Like you can
Right.
release that. Like that's the thing.
Yes.
Is you don't have to hang on to it and let it define you or let it be a part of who you are. You can just say it had nothing to do with me because it doesn't.
Boy, that's a skill. It's a skill I don't always have, you know?
It's
it can
hard.
feel personal, right?
I take things
can
personally.
feel very personal.
I definitely take things personally, like especially with dishonesty. I really don't
I think I have
do
a
well
dog
with
hair
dishonesty.
in my watercolor of a dog, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
Makes it
Dishonesty.
real. Yeah, like I don't I don't know, man. Like when somebody tries to like get one over on me or like trick me, you know, or like you know, I mean with like my most recent life situations and stuff, like it's hard not to take it personally. Like it's hard not to see a situation and say, okay, so you
Screwed
chose
me
to
over
take
in that
advantage
way.
of a single mother. Like you knew what you were doing. You know, and they did. There's no way around that. They did.
They did.
But it's not about me. It's not personal to me, but it sure feels like that.
Right.
Because
And it's hurting
I'm
you.
the sucker, right? I am the sucker that they found. So like sure feels personal, but I definitely played a part in that as well. I just feel like there was some orchestration.
It's always a power dynamic, right?
Right.
That's how those people do things.
Yeah. Well, they were experienced and I was not. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm learning things very
A lot of people hate
quickly.
that phrase, and I don't blame them.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not to brush off. It's
No.
just I think something that you and I learned in a program of recovery. I hope you don't mind me saying.
No.
Is after I said it, but I would have edited it. What I learned. Anyway. What the fuck was I talking about?
Acceptance.
Thank you, acceptance.
Yeah, I knew that.
It isn't about saying, I accept this and this is just how it is and there's nothing I can do about it. It's saying, I have to see it for what it is first. And there's a lot of brutal honesty that comes in from really seeing things for what they are, especially like for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you come out of a mindset.
Yeah.
And you see things clearly, or you just learned something that challenges something you thought you knew and takes you on to the next level, which hopefully we're all fucking doing every day, right?
Yeah.
But the first piece is that acceptance. I have to just see something for what it is and let it be what it is. You know, it's kind of like know your enemy. You know, if I don't know what the problem is, really freaking is, I can't really tackle it. I can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's also the same concept as like shadow work, right?
Right. I have a shadow work journal.
In order to access the light, like the light is not possible without shadow. If shadow didn't exist, then what would light be? Like,
You're so,
you know what I mean? Like,
you're so fucking groovy. Like, you're one of the grooviest people I know.
These are so funny because, like, I love these conversations. It's my favorite. But
well, that's why we're here.
It just, and that's what I mean by like, it is what it is. I mean, it at a very basic level. It is.
This is what happened.
I hate it, but it is. Like, I'm pissed off about it. And I'm not having a good time,
right? Right.
And I'm gonna throw a fit about it, right? But like,
if anyone is here and would like to help Rosemary prevent a tree from falling on her home and killing her, it's an immediate need. Feel free to click the Buy Me a Coffee link. Everything will go to her.
Appreciate that.
It's in the description.
Yeah. No, we've had some great.
I'm sorry if that didn't embarrass you.
No,
I love you.
No, I appreciate that. No, we've had some really, really generous people in the tree removal business offering some very low rates that basically will not even allow them to really make a profit. It's just going to pay for, equipment, because they all are like, no, you need to get this tree down like ASAP, like before tornado season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like, I mean, and that's the thing, like,
I want you to imagine the kind of person in the state of Oklahoma who sold a home to this single mother. Small town, Oklahoma. I hate him. I don't even know I'm going to hate him. Why would you do this? It's not been cool, has it?
No.
It's okay.
It hasn't been cool, but I'm working to get back on track and save the money for that. But like, that's the thing, is like, that has been a huge stressor for me. But at the end of the day, like,
right,
it literally just is what it is. Like,
yeah.
what can I do? You know, like, what parts of that can I control? I can control how I'm handling it, right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not handling it right or well, and I'm like on edge all the time because I'm like, oh my God, the wind blows too hard, the tree's gonna cry, you know, like, my quality of life, my kids' quality of life is just like down. And for what, you know, to put us all on edge every single day. Like, I just, and some days that's not easy. And it really, like, and we'll obviously talk about this, but it, you know, where I'm at in my cycle definitely determines how I'm handling it as well. Because like, in about a week, I'm going to be crying about it again. It's going to be great. Love that. Uncontrollably even. Like, I mean, it's a great time. But for right now, I'm able to say, like, it is what it is. And I don't know. I've just had to come to a place where I trust that somehow whatever's going to happen is just going to happen.
It just
if it falls on the house, it just does.
It's not going to,
you know,
but if it does, we'll go from there. Do you have homeowners insurance? Please tell me you have homeowners insurance.
I can't get it because of the tree. Yeah.
Please consider the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the, if we don't laugh, we cry.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that until
after you bought the home, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments.
It has been a learning opportunity, a bunch of learning opportunities. For sure.
It's all right. We get through it.
Yeah.
We keep it moving. We make art.
Yeah, exactly.
Look how far I've gotten with my dog. I'm trying to layer the colors. I am not a water art. You know what? I do that to myself all the time. I am not an artist. I am not an artist.
You're an artist if you
But
say
I
you're
create art, so I'm an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Anyway, I'm not I haven't been doing it for very long.
You could say I'm not formally trained.
I'm not formally trained, and I have very little experience. So I'm trying to layer the colors. So tell us about your projects.
I love, you got a flop to fly. Look at that.
Knee hurts.
Oh no.
I'm aging. All right.
I'm aging.
How do you feel about that as a first go?
Hey. I love it. We're just rambling. I love it.
Well,
it's a great time.
Next time I'm thinking, you know, from here on out, this is just kind of an introductory, God dang it, thing. But, you know, next time a topic.
Yeah.
Like you know, to go from there. Okay. I don't know what it's going to be. I'll like post it at some point.
Yeah.
It'll be in 2 more weeks. So yeah.
2 more
See
weeks.
us then. Thanks for coming. If you like to see, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, start a conversation in the comment section. We'd love to know. I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Your thoughts.
And your thoughts. Please share your thoughts. Tell us what you did. Tell us what you want us to do next time. Well, I mean, we've already got like a book of stuff. I need to shut up. I'm gonna have to get like a cordless mouse to keep like right here to just wiggle. I'm sure it's in the settings.
Mhm.
Anyway, bye.